Good afternoon and happy Thursday, everyone. It is Scott Wohlers with River Place Capital. It is Thursday, May the 5th, and happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. Hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I just wanted to touch briefly on what we saw in markets last week, discuss the big Fed meeting that we saw that came out yesterday on Wednesday, and discuss this market reaction that we've seen both Wednesday and today, and just kind of give an update on where we see markets moving forward from here. So last week was another down week in the market, and the Nasdaq actually had the worst month, being April, since October of 2008. And we've seen continued volatility in the marketplace, and the S&P 500 was down 2.90% last week. The mid cap index, as measured by the S&P 400, was down 2.9% as well, and the small caps, as measured by the S&P 600, were down 3.2%, a little worse. So really just to kind of get me out of the market ahead of the Fed meeting kind of week. And as we moved into this week, we really saw markets really muted and hovering around the flat line. We didn't see a lot of conviction one way or the other as we started a new month coming off of the worst month that we've seen in years, especially in the NASDAQ. And this market stayed relatively flat heading into Wednesday, and the market was unbelievably volatile throughout the day yesterday, going through bouts of ups and downs throughout the day. It was positive hundreds of points, down hundreds of points throughout the day, but the Fed Chair Jay Powell did come out yesterday and provide his update and his guidance, and the Federal Reserve did raise interest rates by 50 basis points this meeting. They did indicate that future 50 basis point hikes were on the table moving forward, but that they would be very data dependent on how they manage moving forward with their rate hikes. There's no predetermined path set forward that we have to get to a certain number. And he also took off 75 basis point rate hikes. He took those off the table yesterday as well. And his underlying thing is that the U.S. economy remains very, very strong. Employment is very good, and that we can absorb some monetary tightening in hopes to fight the inflationary conditions that we have in our country. And markets reacted very positively to that. We saw a huge up day in markets up over 2.5% across the board, whether that was the NASDAQ, the Dow, or the S&P 500. Mid caps, small caps, everything was rallying off of that, and everything was wonderful. And we move into today, the day after we have digested that meeting, and there is absolutely no follow through in the markets, and we are taking back everything and then some that we gained yesterday in the marketplace. Now, a lot of what's going on is, I was going to touch on it a little bit earlier, but wanted to touch on it here so that it all made sense, is what the Fed is trying to do is navigate a soft landing, meaning that they don't send the U.S. economy into a recession in order to fight inflation and get inflation down. And with the 75 basis points being taken off the table, the sentiment yesterday was that the Fed's not going to do that. Now, the sentiment today is that the Fed is, in fact, going to end up overshooting and putting us into a recession, and that's what you're seeing as a result of the heavy selling pressure today in the markets. So during this time, it's important that you stick to your disciplines and remember that we've had 2019 returns, or 2019 returns of 18.9%, 2020 returns of 20%, and 2021 returns of 25-26% in the markets. So we've had a lot of great return over the last couple of years. So stay steady, stay the course. Use this as an opportunity to find things that you have been looking to put in your bucket for a long time that were just too expensive, have now fallen down to a place where they may be very well affordable to you. So if you have questions about how to manage this volatility or how to navigate your portfolio moving forward, please feel free to give us a call. You can reach us at 904-346-3460, or as always, check us out online at www.riverplacecapital.com. I hope everybody has a wonderful rest of your week. Thanks so much.